This episode is brought to you by Amazon Business. We could all use more time. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. I can see why they call it smart. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Welcome to From Dorms to Desks, job hunting tips for those early in their careers. A podcast brought to you by College Recruiter job search site, which believes that every student and recent grad deserves a great career, and hosted by Work Defined. Join our AI co-hosts as they dive into tips, tricks, and insights that will help you land your next part-time, seasonal, internship, or entry-level job. Let's get your career started.
Okay, job interviews, especially, when you're just starting out, they can feel like you're walking into, well, who knows what. You do all the prep for the usual questions, but there's always that little worry, like, what if they ask me something completely nuts? That pre-interview stress mixed with curiosity.
Yeah, totally.
Oh.
And that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're looking at some really unconventional interview questions.
The weird ones.
The really weird ones that kind of make you stop and just think, what are they possibly trying to get at here?
Right. We were looking through this article from College Recruiter. Great site if you're a student, recent grad looking for that first role.
Absolutely. Great resource.
And the article is called 65 Crazy Interview Questions. It definitely highlights some, unexpected stuff you might hear.
Yeah, it does. And the key thing here, I think, isn't about giving you the perfect answer to, like, which Muppet would you go on holiday with?
Probably not Kermit, too much drama.
Huh? Maybe. But seriously, there often isn't one right answer. Our goal is more to explore the why. Why would an employer ask that? And hopefully help you feel a bit more ready for anything,
Yeah, understanding the game, not just memorizing lines. Makes sense.
Exactly. It's about building that confidence to handle the curveballs.
Okay, so let's get into some examples. This one jumped out. Would you rather have a hand made out of toast or a finger that dispenses jam? I mean, really.
Right. It sounds completely absurd. But questions like that, these would-you-rathers, they often probe what's called divergent thinking.
Divergent thinking.
Yeah, like how you explore different options, how creative you can be with a strange scenario. They're not looking for the best answer, maybe, but how you think it through.
So, do you get practical? Do you make a joke? Does it show how you deal with something totally out of left field?
Precisely. How do you handle the unexpected? Do you get flustered? Or can you kind of roll with it? That tells them something.
Oh, okay. What about this one? Would you rather be a cow or a badger, and why? That feels different, less practical, maybe?
Mm-hmm. That one feels more like a projective technique.
Yeah.
The key part is the why.
Ah, justification.
Exactly. They're likely trying to understand your reasoning. What qualities do you latch onto? What do you value? Even if it's through the lens of, cows and badgers. It's less about the animal, more about your thought process.
Still feels a bit random, though.
Oh, absolutely. Some of these definitely push the boundaries of relevance.
Which brings us to some others in the article that feel iffy, like how do you sleep at night? Or, wow, what crimes have you got away with?
Okay, yeah. That second one is a huge red flag.
Right.
And this is super important. Interviewers might want to understand your character, but there's a clear line. Some questions are just inappropriate, maybe even illegal, like the article hints. They can be a waste of time, or worse.
So what do you do if you get asked something like, what crimes have you got away with? You don't have to answer that, surely.
No, absolutely not. You're never obligated to answer questions that are overly personal, discriminatory, or, frankly, that invasive. It's okay to politely deflect or question its relevance.
That's good to know. You need to feel comfortable pushing back a bit sometimes. Okay, shifting gears. Is there anything purple within 10 feet of you?
Huh. That was just sudden.
Totally random. What's the point there? A vision test.
It could be a few things, maybe. Attention to detail. Can you follow a simple, direct instruction quickly? Or maybe it's just to, break the tension for a second, see if you're actually present in the room, paying attention to your surroundings.
Okay, I can sort of see that. Then there are the nostalgia ones. At age 10, what was your favorite chocolate bar and or biscuit? Or even pop culture, like who is your favorite member of Girls Aloud?
Yeah, those feel different again. Maybe they're trying to be icebreakers. Find some common ground.
Make you seem more human.
Possibly. Get a tiny glimpse of your personality outside of work skills. But you do have to ask, how relevant is my 10-year-old self's love for curly-whirlies to this marketing job.
Exactly. It feels like it could easily stray into just irrelevant chatter.
It really highlights the huge range, doesn't it? From potentially insightful, if odd, to just plain weird.
Definitely. Okay, what about the hypotheticals?
Yeah.
If you were given the powers of King Midas, what would you choose to turn everything that you touch into? Not gold, presumably.
Probably not. But that kind of question, it opens the door to creativity, right?
Yeah.
Values, priorities. What would you actually want to spread? It gives insight beyond your resume.
Okay, that makes sense. Similar vibe maybe for, have you planned out what you would do in the event of a zombie apocalypse?
Yeah. I mean, it sounds silly, but on some level, it might be probing problem solving.
Yeah.
How do you think through a completely unforeseen, high-stakes scenario, even if the scenario itself is, well, zombies?
Right. How do you strategize under pressure, even fake pressure?
Exactly.
Then there are the ones about you, like what's it like being your name? Or when you Google yourself, what is the weirdest thing you find?
The self-awareness questions.
Yeah, they feel very direct.
They really are. They're asking you to reflect on yourself.
Yeah.
How do you see yourself? How self-aware are you? Maybe even, can you laugh at yourself a bit, especially with the Google one? How do you think the world sees you online?
Are you tired of talent and HR podcasts that sound like corporate training videos? Same. Talentless is the no-fluff show about hiring, leadership, culture, and what's actually going on in the world of work. Talentless is a podcast for recruiters by recruiters. Hosted by Desiree Goldie and Ashley King, they're smart, occasionally salty, and never afraid to say what everyone else is thinking. Listen wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe at talentlesspodcast.com.
That one could be tricky depending on what pops up.
For sure. Now, it's really crucial to remember something the College Recruiter article points out. These specific questions, they were actually created by Stephen O'Donnell. He's with TATAC, founded the NORAs.
Ah, okay.
And he made them up as parody. To kind of poke fun at how ridiculous and unhelpful some real interview questions can be.
So this whole list is basically satire, highlighting the absurdity.
Pretty much, yeah. That context is vital. You're probably not going to be asked seriously about toast hands or your favorite Muppet for a holiday trip.
Thank goodness.
But the idea behind it, the unexpected question, the one designed to see more than just your skills list, that is something you might genuinely encounter, especially early in your career.
Right. So for everyone listening, students, grads, people starting out, the takeaway isn't to prep answers for these 65 specific questions.
Definitely not.
It's more about being ready for anything that feels a bit off script.
Exactly. The real value is in building those core skills that help you with any question, usual or unusual, like thinking on your feet, staying calm when you're surprised.
And letting it rattle you.
Right. And being able to articulate your thoughts, even if the question is weird. Can you find a way to connect it back somehow?
Connect it back. Even the weird ones.
Well, maybe not always directly, but can you use your answer to show positive traits? Like for the Midas question, maybe your answer shows you value sustainability or helping others. For the zombie question, maybe you show logical planning.
Ah, I see. Finding a way to subtly showcase relevant skills or personality traits, even in a bizarre context.
Exactly. Show your thought process. Show some personality. Show enthusiasm if it feels right. Sometimes they just want to see how you react, how you engage. Is this someone we want on the team?
It's about the overall impression, not just the literal answer to the silly question.
Precisely. Are you adaptable, composed, creative? That's often what they're trying to glimpse.
So, big picture for anyone job searching, especially early on, don't panic if you get a weird question. Take a beat. Think about why they might be asking it beyond the surface level.
Try to give a thoughtful, authentic response. Remember, the interview is a two-way street. They're figuring out if you fit, but you're also figuring out if you want to work there. A place asking only ridiculous questions might be a red flag for you too.
That's a really good point. And of course, remember, College Recruiter has tons of other resources, actual job listings, more traditional interview advice, resume tips, all that good stuff.
Definitely check those out too. This is just one slice of the interview pie.
So yeah, while you probably won't have to choose between toast and jam appendages,
Let's hope not.
Understanding why these crazy questions exist, the focus on adaptability, quick thinking, personality, that's definitely useful as you head into interviews.
Absolutely. And maybe a final thing for you to think about, having heard all this, was one thing about interviews, maybe the unexpected parts, that you feel a bit more ready to handle now?
good question to reflect on. Hopefully this dive helps you feel more prepared for whatever comes your way in your job search. We're rooting for Al.
This has been From Dorms to Desks, job hunting tips for those early in their careers. A podcast brought to you by College Recruiter job search site, which believes that every student and recent grad deserves a great career. Each episode, we dive into tips, tricks, and insights that will help you land your next part-time, seasonal, internship, or entry-level job. Subscribe to this podcast for free now, so you don't miss an episode, and visit www.collegerecruiter.com to find your next great job.
You know the words dominating today's headlines.
Private equity,
generative capital gains tax,
America's
chip fueled by market volatility. That's on Fed rate cuts are sweet.
But do you understand how they impact your world and your wallet? In a world that skims the what, understand the why. Because context changes everything. Subscribe at Bloomberg.com.